stop number 3 here in Nashville, folks. Getting ready to get out on the turf out here with Mr. Andrew Beaman, Showtime Sports Academy, Hojo Baseball. Going to be a lot of fun. Right, guys?
That's right. That's right, Brian.
I love
That's right.
the energy.
A lot of fun.
Stay tuned.
My name's Howard Johnson, Hojo. I'm one of the co-owners of Showtime Sports Academy and the founder of Hojo Baseball, Tennessee. And we are doing this because we love kids. I had a vision a long time ago when my son was playing, Glen, who you'll hear from in a minute, to teach. I was in professional coaching. I was coaching with the Mets organization. And something I really enjoyed doing. And as he was getting older, I started working with him and his team. And teaching kids, it became something that was kind of a passion for me. And I had my day job, which was coaching professionally with the Mets, and got to the major leagues and experienced that at the highest level. Taught me a lot about it, like a lot of the things that I would be working with players on. A lot of that would transfer, and I could use that with kids. And so I started using things with Glenn and some of the other boys, and trying to see what kind of results we could get, and some of the things that worked and what didn't. And to be honest with you, that was 25, 30 years ago that this was all happening, the foundation of it all. And I would say, since that time, I've never stopped learning about the game and never stopped learning about ways to teach and ways kids swallow the information, how they maintain it, how they can apply it. All those things are important to me and our coaches. These two guys are the lifeblood, really, of Showtime. And what we do with Hojo Baseball, these guys have a lot to do with. I get to kind of just sit back and watch and be the proud father, I guess, of the organization. But I want to introduce my son, Glen, and I'll let him take it away.
Yeah, Glen Johnson, they're also co-owner with Showtime Sports Academy and with the Hojo Baseball program. And, what he said, the way that we view it, we're in the service industry. Like we're here, to serve these young ball players, because we've each had a unique experience in playing this game of baseball. We've developed a love and a passion for it, and really God's given us just that ability to have our experience, and then now being able to pass that along to other kids that are developing, their similar experiences, their similar love and passion for this game. So that's just one thing that we pride ourselves on, kind of this place that we run, and with through our travel baseball program. I mean, is everything done right and perfectly? No, but man, we try our best to do right, and by these kids and these parents, because they're investing their time, their energy, their money, and everything like that. And we just want to be able to kind of reciprocate as much as we can in return, to be able to get these boys to have a good experience and to learn a lot of things, not only in the game of baseball, but life lessons along the way, to where, they're able to just kind of carry these things, man, like, hey, I remember, what Coach Hojo said to me, or I remember what Coach Glenn or Coach Andrew said to me, all those years ago, because as we all can attest, we have people in our lives, whether it be coaches or teachers, obviously our parents. Shoot, I'm still learning stuff from him, and I get fascinated just by when I'm coaching or even listening in on some of the things with his lessons or camps and clinics. I still am in awe of just the information. I'm like, man, I've been around the guy my entire life, and I'm still learning things. And it's very to create that environment here. That's what it's all about. So we're just thrilled that we have a place that we can do that, have a platform, where we're able to kind of branch out and, try and reach as many, people as possible to be able to just kind of experience, kind of the way that we did, in this lovely sport of baseball. So. And then even to like further, like as we kind of carry more in specific with the Hojo Baseball program, Andrew Beaman, the director of the Hojo Baseball program. We're not related, but shoot, we're like family here. He's been with us for years. He does an incredible job. He shares the same, energy and passion for these kids just as much as we do, and why he's in the position that he's in, and also being the assistant general manager here at Showtime Sports Academy. So I want to turn some things over to him from his viewpoint as well. So.
Yeah, I'm Andrew Beaman. So like Glenn said, I'm the assistant GM here and director of the Hojo Baseball program. But, just growing up, had a passion for baseball. Obviously didn't get to the levels that these two did playing wise, but found myself with an opportunity here kind of around COVID, and have just loved it and being able to kind of serve and give back and not only teach the boys the game of baseball, but help them develop into strong young men. So it's been a lot of fun, and I'm excited to continue to see the growth. So. All right, hold. Come here. Quick. All right, we're gonna go one more time, okay? Make sure communication's good, but I want to see you guys being a little bit more aggressive going to get that ball in the air, right? What's the point of us stepping into that catch?
Tag.
So, yeah, hopefully it leads to a tag, right? But we're trying to shorten that distance. We want to get him changing directions, and we want the head start. Sound good? Let's run it one more time. Make sure we're peeling the other way this time.
A lot of stuff going on here. Every inch, every space here is being utilized in some capacity. Whether it's a soccer ball flying by you, or baseball, or softball, or something's going on. Very busy facility on a Sunday morning, right? Is it still morning? Saturday.
Yeah.
Lost track of time.
Out here with YBM. Great job, guys. Watching the Hojo Elite Baseball Club here, training.
What do they have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 11, 12, about 15 cages or so going at once. Busy place. Hojo, hey guys, how you doing today, man? All right, thank you. You get some good swings in today? How you doing, big fella?
Let me see your stance. Hey, boys, y'all listen up. This is what we're looking for. We're not just going through the motions and doing the hacks, just checking a box. Like, get something out of it. You're at the plate. You're not locked leg. Fighter stance, balanced, squatted. And your offhand that you're not swinging with, I don't want to see him out free swinging around. Lock it in. Stay tight. Controlled and accurate. Let's see it. All right, first one.
Okay, guys, it was great. Appreciate Mr. Howard Johnson, World Series champ, right?
That's right.
He even autographed the hat for us. We dig that. But we want to get to the nuts and bolts with Mr. Andrew Beaman. We were just out, we've been out on the carpet filming. It was a great practice. I really enjoyed that. But assistant general manager, director of baseball, how many teams you guys got?
So we've got 16 teams from 7 to 17.
7 to 17. Now, how many multiple age levels do you guys have?
Yeah. So most of the teams with most of the age groups with 2 teams are 12 and under.
Okay.
So we've got 7s and 10s are the only ones with singles.
Now, with that in mind, how do you register your teams? Is it what's the thought process in today's world? You got A, AA, AAA major. What's the thought process?
Yeah. So not a perfect answer for that. Some of it is you've got a kind of a one-off travel team that's looking to get under an umbrella, looking to get in a place like Showtime that's got a facility. So some of it is people coming kind of with an existing team. But there is, I would say, kind of a 1A, 1B type setup on some of those other ones where maybe there is a pro coach. But in a perfect world, I think it would be A and B, but it's just kind of case by case at this point.
Right,
so.
right. When you're talking about coaching, there's always the deal, dad coaches, and at the younger ages from 7 to 14, I always think that's where it should be. Dads,
Right.
But it gets a little difficult sometimes. You gotta know the experience, what experience, there it is, I'll spit it out in a minute. What experience the actual dad coach has, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I think we're pretty fortunate with a lot of our dad coaches as far as their background. We've got a handful of dads that played pro ball that are, to some extent, and that are giving back coaching their kids, or that just have a love for the game and are really, really good with the kids and very knowledgeable about baseball as well. So
there's a lot of guys that have played college ball, played in the minors and whatnot professionally that way, that come back into the communities and make an impact, don't they?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We've got, again, we're super blessed with a lot of the coaches that we have throughout our organization. So it's awesome to see them giving back. Director
of operations. So how many? 16 teams.
Correct.
That's tough.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's a lot, especially when you got your own team. But I love it. So I feel fortunate to be able to kind of have my hands still involved with a lot of the teams still. So it was a big jump from last year. We were at 9 teams last year. So 7 teams for 2023, 2024 that we added. But I still feel like I know everybody. I feel like we're still part of a kind of a big family as an organization.
So, we're just meeting. We caught you guys quickly and whatnot coming here. You probably haven't seen much of what we do, Youth Baseball Midwest, our podcast. We talk about things that are going on in youth baseball. And one of the things that we talk about a lot, and I think it's a fair question, we ask this of everybody, focus on baseball at these youth levels. It's about development, right?
Correct.
So how do you guys balance that? Because you get teams shopping or playing for rings, which, it's competition, playing for rings. But how do you set those things in motion to where those become maybe an organic thought process?
Yeah. As an organization, I think we kind of have this belief, especially at the younger ages, where we want to keep the game fun. Mm-hmm. And we want to develop them so that we give them a chance as they continue to grow, middle school, high school, that they have the best chance to make that team and get on the field. If that's the focus of enjoying the game and teaching them the right way, the wins are going to come. I think any coach would be lying if they said they didn't want to win. I think most coaches hate losing
right?
More than they like winning. So, but no, we try and keep it natural. We try and keep it fun. We want to, I think from the practice you saw, we like to keep them moving as much as we can. Try and stay pretty fast.
I thought you did.
Practice.
Yeah, I thought you did a great job with that. We were, as we're filming here, and you folks are seeing this stuff. I think the pulse of the practice, and it was all committed to basic drills, right?
Correct. especially when we're indoors like this, that's not a huge space. So we've got to try and maximize it and do as much as we can in that littler space. So yeah, just kind of breaking it down to the more fundamentals and really ingraining that into our boys.
Because you have high school level teams, and I'll come back to that here in just a minute. But with the youth teams, fundamentally, they can. It was funny. We're watching the one drill, and you'll see this here. But with the backhand, you had them doing the backhand and then coming and transferring short hop, come here, throw the ball. And these are 11-year-old players, and I love the fact that you never really told the kids, there was encouragement, whatnot. They didn't quite get that, did they? Yet?
No, not yet.
Right?
But we're working on it. And it's one of those things, too, where we also kind of have, I feel like it's a culture, at least with my group, I feel like the organization as well, where, we're not big screamers. We've got definitely some coaches that are louder than others, as in any program, but we never want to be discouraging in a sense, right. Especially at the younger ages, with the focus of keeping them engaged and keeping the game fun. So,
but the thing that I thought was impressive, Andrew, was the fact that you consistently said the same things, and as they were doing that, you would still continue to demonstrate. You would still do the same, talk about the proper way. So they're hearing it still, though, right?
Correct.
And I thought that was impressive because they're 11-year-old kids, right? And we have the kids mic'd up, and you're hearing that. So sometimes they're not paying attention, and I think having the mic on was probably a little more distracting.
Depending on which kid it's on, yes. Absolutely.
It's fun, though. It's fun, and it should be fun.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a game.
That's right.
It's a game.
They're not going to remember if they won it in 4 or 5 years.
You grew up playing baseball like that.
Yeah.
How many championships do you remember as a kid?
Not many.
Right?
Not many. I think the ones that probably stick out more are the later years, so the high school stuff. And but yeah, looking back to the youth baseball, I can't say I remember the wins and losses.
And so, is the club's focus for the younger ages the development process for those later high school years?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Glenn's a high school coach himself as well, so we all kind of know as coaches what we look for in kids and trying to make sure that they're able to showcase that when they get to the middle school, high school ages, so that when they get in front of those coaches, they're as best prepared as they can be. And then with those high school kids, getting them ready for the showcase, getting in front of colleges. So continuing to develop, but give them the right skill set.
High school ages, how many teams you guys got there specifically?
So we've got 114, 115, 16, and 17. So 3, 4-ish, depending on where the kid falls.
Yeah, absolutely. So how many high schools basically around the area are represented on your teams?
There's a lot. With the 17s, we've actually got a kid from Knoxville. But there's also a ton of high schools in the area. I would say we've probably got all of the Williamson County schools represented in our program, with a handful of the private schools and then surrounding counties. So.
Wow. That's fun though, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a little different. Give us your thought process, because I ask the kids a lot this question. What do you think the difference is here from summer baseball to high school, and how do you meld the two things as a director to create an understanding of the process for these kids as they're playing high school baseball and summer baseball?
Yeah, I think the biggest difference in the two, high school, you're still kind of win-driven, as if you would a little bit more towards the college, the pro side. Whereas travel ball, again, we'd love to win, but it's making sure that they're getting in the right kind of atmosphere, getting them the right exposure, kind of showing off their skill set as best they can. We're, as far as developing them, it's putting the right coaches around them on our high school side. I mean, we've got some unbelievable coaches. Howard Johnson himself coaches the 17s with Justin Grimm. So he's involved with that. And then we also have Russell Branyan doing one of the 16U team.
Very good. You also have this big old huge facility, and you're the assistant GM of that. I mean, how do you balance all that?
Getting in here early. Feel like I live here most of the time. So, it's we jokingly kind of have a saying that we're never not working, kind of even when we're not here. So it is a balance, but they do kind of intertwine together, with it being the home of our travel teams. But no, it's just being here all the time, I think is probably the biggest way that we get it taken care of.
You got to have a passion for it, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. What would be, one thing that you would like to leave the folks with here as far as, your club, your direction, where are you guys going?
I think we've got some exciting things coming. We'd like to continue to grow, obviously, I think in a perfect world, having 2 teams at every age. But no, to leave everybody with, I'd keep the game fun, especially at the youth level. You're not going to remember the wins and losses, the batting averages. So just keep it fun and, keep working hard.
Build those relationships, right?
That's right. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Andrew, we appreciate you allowing us to stick the camera in your face, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Andrew Beaman, it's a lot of fun here. Showtime Sports Academy, Hojo Baseball, tour stop number 3. We appreciate y'all joining us.
We're going to raise our hand, whoever has it first.
Here, get in like one. You singing.
First off, what's your favorite Major League Baseball team? What is it?
Dodgers.
Red Sox.
Yankees.
Hey, you guys better not say that. Who's the owner of the club here? What was his favorite team? I didn't hear that at all.
86
His favorite team wasn't the Mets, though.
Yeah, it was the Cardinals, right?
A's. He was an A's fan growing up.
But your club owner, it was nice to let us come out to this facility. You guys are wearing the Mets colors, right? Your club owner, Hojo Baseball, played for the Mets, right? He played for a few other teams in the MLB.
I know.
Can you name one? Well, he raised his hand. Did not play athletics. He raised his hand second. Who did he play for?
Tigers, Rockies, and Cubs.
I'll be darned.
There you go, young man. You not only named one, you named all 3. What's your name? Congratulations.
He won the World Series with the Tigers in '84.
Okay. Piggybacking off of that, you won your card, so you're very knowledgeable.
I'll buy you
Now you do the next trivia question. No.
I'll buy you.
Along the lines of Hojo, what number did you wear for the Mets? This young man right here.
22.
Close. Dave, who was next?
I know. I actually know. 20.
There you go, young man.
No, open them. That was the 8. I'm going to go with Tigers. One no matter what.
The next one, what MLB team did I play for?
What's your name?
Dave Schmidt.
Oh.
What is it?
Braves? Cardinals.
Who?
Braves?
None of them.